Here. Okay, good. This is Kim Klaver, and what I want to do today is give you the answer to a question I get from so many people, which is I'm on Facebook. There are like, what, 2 billion people on Facebook, right? So many people on Facebook, and I'm doing everything, and I'm just really I'm driving everybody away. And that's quite a big problem. And so I want to show you what you can do to stop driving people away. There's just really one missing piece. And I'm going to give you an overview and a couple of tips you can use. And if you are somebody who really likes doing Facebook and you really want to build a big, fat business, you know, where you really have a brand that's you, learning how to do this, then you can just click on where you see Klaver class there, right there on the window, KlaverClass.com. And somebody can probably type it into the window. And then you can get like a full dose of all this stuff. But this is a little tidbit just to show you what you can do, like right now today. If you are posting on your Facebook page or your profile, and your purpose is to get customers or recruits into your business, or clients, right, if you're a coach, and I want to show you what might be missing that you can add so that you stop driving people away. Okay, that's like number one here. So let me show you. I made some slides, which makes it a little easier, I hear, for many people to follow along. So rather than just me chattering and whatnot, I'm going to show you some of the slides here that'll help you, I hope, you know, take some notes and see how you do this, because I'm going to give you some examples right now. Okay. Okay, here we go. So now, hang on one second. I have to make sure that I've got this right and then move it over. There we are. Okay, so hopefully you can see the slide. I'm going to look right here, make sure that you can. Okay, so the first slide, how to get people to buy from you on Facebook. And this whole idea that I'm going to show you now has to do with something I call goodwill posting. Goodwill posting, and it's one of the strategies we use to show people how to do this. That's all outlined in the KlaverClass.com. But for right now, let me show you how to do this right here. The big question that many people have is, how do you get people to buy from you if you do Facebook posts, if you do Facebook Lives, if you do polls? What I hear from most of my clientele is, I don't know how to do that. Most of the time I drive people away. But here's something that we know for sure about how to get people to buy from you because of your Facebook postings. Okay? You have to add a lot of value to them. That is to say, you need to offer people a lot of help before you can ask somebody to buy from you. And there's a lot of reasons for that, but one of them is you need to be seen, especially for strangers, as somebody who's a really cool, friendly person, who's helpful, and who really can help you solve your problem. See, that's what people are looking for. They don't just trust that we say, oh, we have this great product, come over here and lose all this weight. You know, if they don't know you, or if they do know you, sometimes it's even worse, right? So you need to offer a lot of value, which means help, before you can ask them to buy from you. And this does not mean giving away free samples. Totally not, okay? So you need to be seen as a cool person. Well, so what's the problem? Why don't we just do that? And what I hear the most is, I don't know what to post about. What do I post about? I don't really know anything. I'm just a mom. I just have a couple of kids, you know, and I don't really know that much stuff. What is this, you know, blah, blah, blah. So what should I post about? And then they'll say, well, and when I do post, when I get the nerve up and I post something, nobody engages with my posts, and I'm mostly driving people away. And this is kind of an interesting question, because there's really a reason why you don't know what to post about. I'm going to fix it in like 2 minutes. And when you see what it is, you're going to just smile and go, yeah, I kind of knew that. But, you know, now you know it for sure, right? So if you're driving them away, they're not paying attention, right? There's a reason for that. Just remember that you need to offer help to someone that they can use on the spot before you pitch anything for sale. That's particularly if you're not known in your area or in your field, right? And especially if they do know you as a friend or family member, and they kind of go, well, since when are you the expert, right? That's even worse. But strangers, there are way more strangers than people that know you. So if you can get this working for strangers, you won't need anybody who knows you. They'll be coming to you on their knees later and saying, how did you get the new fancy car? How did you get, 18 people working for you and, 4 people working around the clock so you never have to lift another finger? How'd you do that? And then they'll come, right? So you have to offer this valuable help first. And I want to show you how you can do that, because so many people say, well, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to help with. I don't know anything, blah, 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 blah. And so you're going to be able to try it right now, okay? So the goodwill posting example is, I should tell you, what I'm going to show you here is what I did. And I did that to build 3 different network marketing companies to the top. And I won a company-wide contest a couple of years ago out of 150,000 reps. We put more recruits and customers in than anybody else over a 5 or 6 month period, using exactly what I'm going to show you right now, here in just a couple of minutes. Plus, I filled up 2 higher end, relatively high ticket for a lot of network marketing people. One inner circle, which we filled up for $397 a month. The goal was to get 100 people in there, which we did, using just these kind of Facebook posts that I'm going to show you now. And then, of course, we have the SS program, the SS marketing program, which is my current program that we're running, which is close to $6,000. And we have gotten 100 and, I don't know, some people in there with that program just in the last 3-4 months since we've begun it. Again, just with Facebook, light Facebook posting, okay? So this can be done to achieve network marketing success in terms of building big teams, building customers, and for higher ticket programs, like stuff that costs $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10,000. You may think, oh, how could that be? I'm going to show you how it not only is, but was and will be much more in the future, because we're going to be doing a lot more of this goodwill posting because it works so well. Okay, so here's how you do goodwill posting. Let me get the first. You want to get your pencil if you're a good note taker, because I'm going to give you the first missing piece that we've got from a lot of people. Okay. Hey, Elise. Hey, Jennifer. Good to see you, girls. Nice to see you. All right. So number 1, to stop this issue of they're running away, nobody's responding, blah, blah, blah. You answer this question: who can you help with what problem? Okay. So everybody who's here and who's going to be seeing this as time goes on, there is a certain group of people, a certain kind of person with a certain problem that you can help. So I'm going to give you some examples here so you can see totally how this works. Okay, so just start thinking about, I know if you come from the network marketing world, this will be a completely novel thing to you, because they're going to have said, everyone is going to want what you've got, honey, and that's just how it is. You go hit them all up. And if you get no's, it's probably you. You haven't got enough belief, you didn't say it right, you haven't talked to enough people. And I'm here to tell you that what you want to try, if you've been doing that, the other, and it hasn't been working, then you want to try and do something else, right? We keep trying different approaches until something works with you. Because what matters is what works with you, not anybody else. So number 1, who can you help with what problem, given what you market? Okay, that's number 1. All right, number 2. Number 2, what problem can you help solve better than anyone else? Okay? What problem that we're talking about here can you solve better than anyone else? Yep, got it? Number 2. Okay, now some of you are going to go, oh, your brain's going to go, I don't do anything better than anybody else. You want to get better than anybody else. And there will be a way that you can be better and different than anyone else in the way you solve whatever problem you and your product or program or service solve. Remember what business is. Entrepreneurs, like Richard Branson said, entrepreneurs solve problems. We get paid to solve a problem. Before Steve Jobs and the iPhone, people used to have 4 gadgets that they would carry with them. Some kind of an internet thing, the Sony Walkman thing. What else was there? And some kind of an 8-track or 16-track kind of recorder. And people would be packed up like a full-on Marine Corps, in full battle gear, just to go to the beach. And some of you are too young to remember, but I'm telling you, for those of us that have been around, look, what did you have to do to get internet You know, at the time, internet and phone working together. The phone came out, what was it, 2000? The iPod was 2006, I think, or so. And the iPhone was, what, a couple of years later. So it solved a huge problem. Namely, now you have in one hand something that is internet and phone and pictures and games and applications and Facebook and every other thing. People sleep with their phone, right? So what was the problem? Well, instead of carrying, 50 pounds of stuff, you have something you can have in your hand. He solved that problem better than anyone else. And that's why that iPhone has made that company the first trillion-dollar company in the history of the world, right? And there will be ways, because of who you are, that you can do this. I promise you that, guaranteed. So what problem can you solve better than anyone else? Okay, so let me give you an example. I'm going to show you the way you do this with this business about the problems. You're going to offer the tips right on your Facebook page or your Facebook profile. It can be either one, okay? And if you don't have a page, use your profile. And remember, you're not offering the name of your company or the name of your product or before and afters or company sales. You're being very mysterious. You need to keep everything a mystery. When I sell on Facebook, anything like a network marketing company, we've done 3 of them in the last 5 years. No one knew before they actually signed up what the name of the company was or the name of the product. Maybe one person in 100, because we put in 200 or 300 people frontline in the first 60 days for each one of those 3 companies. I like to build really fast, so we really hustle and do that. And nobody knew the name of the company. Nobody cares, see? We think it's important, and the company thinks it's important, but I'm here to tell you, nobody cares. They just want to know, are you going to fix this problem? And it's going to be over and it's not going to kill me, right? Yes, that's it. Okay, give me the solution. That's the way real people are, right? They ask last, well, what type was it? And these other questions that we often are taught to start with. So you're going to offer these tips. All right, now here's how you do this. This is with our Goodwill posting. Here's an example. Let's say that you sell carpets. There's a guy who ran these ads for years, and I just totally loved him. So this is kind of a simulated version of what you're going to do here. See, this is what you want to do. All right, so do you see the Goodwill posting, the carpet buyers, Elise? Do you guys see that there? Just want to make sure that you can see that. And if somebody could type in http://klaverclass.com into the comments, that would be really good because I can see it here. Maybe if you're still there, Elise, if you could stick that in there, good. All right, so here is an example of a Goodwill post. Number 1, carpet buyers, okay? Because this guy's a carpet man, right? And he is just so cool. And then he says, 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. Okay, you see that? 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. That's what he's saying. Now let me show you the trick to this. Do you all have this down? So notice what you've got. Carpet buyers, right? Baseball players, ballet lovers, concert lovers, readers, fans of James Joyce, people who need to lose weight and they've done 11 diets already, people who want to learn how to lose weight by cleansing, people who want to learn how to get rid of sunspot damage without surgery. See, you're calling people that you could help. Got it? Carpet buyers. Then he has 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy, right? Now, watch this. Y'all got this? Everybody has this so far? Just checking, making sure. Now, let's say that you go to your page, or I go to your page, and let's say I post this announcement, carpet buyers, or whatever. What did I have here before? Here, carpet buyers. 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. If I were to put this on my page today, and some of you actually came to my page, most of you would skip right by it, right? Why? Because you're not in the niche, you're not in the market, you're not looking for the carpet right now. But you might tuck it away thinking, well, in a couple of years I'm going to buy a new place and I'm going to need a carpet. And I do want to know 5 things about this carpet before I buy. Yeah, that link, that Kim Klaver class, when you click on it, it stops for a second and gives you something weird, and then it goes to the correct thing. All right, so can you see this there? I just want to be sure that you can see the piece that I've got, because I can't see exactly my screen. So 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. That's what this is, okay? Now, if you're not in the market, you're going to skip over it. This is precisely why people skip over your posts. Why? They're not in the market. They're not in the niche. They're not ready, and they're not looking for the thing that, the type of solution that you have. Just like here, if he wrote this ad, carpet buyers, 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy, if you're not looking for a carpet or planning to replace yours or get a new house or, you know, whatever, you're probably going to skip this ad. But if you were looking, wouldn't you want to know what these 5 things are? Right? What do you guys think? Yes or no? Now you tell me if you wouldn't want to know that. I would. So now how would you do this? So you say, okay, so carpet buyer, 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. Okay, so you could do that for your niche, whatever your niche is, right? Parents of kids with picky eaters, 5 things to know about picky eating kids, you know, before you put them to bed without food or whatever thing parents might do to kids who get sick of the kids being picky eaters. They eat everything, you know, just candy, right, or whatever. Here's what you do to see who on your page has an interest right now is in your market and is a member of your niche. See, niche members, that is people who are looking for your thing right now, they want a problem fixed, which you're going to do, are not permanent. People are not always overweight. They're not always looking for a carpet. They're not always looking for a new car. They're just sometimes, so they're in and out of the market. And you need to understand that so you don't take it personally, you know. So here's what you do. So first of all, it might be that what's happening to you is that the people that are on your page are not in the market for whatever it is that you happen to be pitching. Does that make sense? Just want to be sure that I get a yes here before I go on, because we're just about done here. It's not that they don't like what you have, or that they think you have bad breath, or you're wearing bad clothes, or they hate you, or they hate your company, or they hate network marketing. It's none of that. They're just not in the market, right? They're not looking for a carpet. Do you see what I mean? So here's what you do to tell who on your page might be in the market for what you've got, see? So number 1, you got 3 steps here that you have to do. If you want to stop getting people to, you know, to blow you off and you don't know what's going on and you think it must be you. Number 1 is figure out who is your niche. That means who can you help? Who are the group of people that have a problem, like the carpet man, right? There are people who are looking for a new carpet, or they're moving into a home that needs to be carpeted, or they're moving into, I don't know, a home that is furnished and they want to have the carpets checked. There's a reason they have an interest in knowing something about carpets. That is the carpet man's niche. So who can you help? That would be your niche. Say you call those people, you have those people. Number 2, or so you'd say people who yada, yada, yada. I help people who yada, yada, yada. For me, I help network marketers who don't know how to post on Facebook learn how to post on Facebook, so people with money in hand come to them and say, here's my money, where can I buy it? That's what we help people do. That's what's in that Klaver class, you know. You want to learn how to do this, that's what I do. So I may as well teach it to you, right? If I can do it, can you do it? Well, if you follow and you learn it, then there's a chance modeling what I do could work for you. There's never a guarantee, you know. The trouble is we don't know how well you're going to do it or if you're going to do it at all. But if you raise your hand and say, I would model and do it to a T, I mean, why would God pick you out and say, well, you can't do this. Only Kim Klaver can do this, right? Or only Frank Kern, nobody else can do it. No, you model what people do. That's Tony Robbins' #1 thing. Model people who are doing things that you know you can do if you learn how. You've got to learn it. It's like you don't become Roger Federer tomorrow afternoon and hit #1 in Wimbledon. You know, he's played since he was 3 years old. That's how you become the best in the world. You may not need to become the best in the world, but if you want to make 10, 15, 20,000 a month, you got to be pretty good. So plan for the learning, okay? This is not instant to make that kind of money. All right, so then you're going to call them out, #2, and you're going to find out who would like these tips. That tells you who has the need, who is ready to maybe buy something once they like your tips and you prove to them that you can help them, okay? All right, good. So here we go. Here's how you do this. Ready? in your next post, which you can do, number one, carpet buyers. Remember, that's number one, is you're going to call out your niche. So you're going to say people who yada, 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 like carpet buyers, right? Or in my case, network marketers who want to learn how to post on Facebook so they stop chasing people away and begin getting a list of people who want to talk about buying their program or joining the program or becoming a distributor for their program. Okay. Number two, you have to have something, a tip you're going to give them on the house. This guy said 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. You might say 5 things to know about a cleansing diet before you start. Who would want to know that? Well, anybody who's thinking about losing weight in any way, whatever, right? 5 things to know about makeup before you buy the high-end organic brand. 5 things to know about picky eater children before you send them to their room without dinner. This is just an example. 5 things to know. I took it from this guy. This is the structure. 5 things to know about a carpet. Could be 3 things. 5 things to know about this before you, whatever it is, right? So that is your helpful tip that you're going to offer, but you don't just post it. No. Then you comment. You say this on your Facebook post. You tell the readers, comment me if you'd like to see these, right? So you'd say carpet buyers, you called out the niche. And then you'd have 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. Then you put at the bottom, comment me if you'd like to see these tips. And then you wait. And what happens? Well, whoever wants to see them is going to comment me. And then what do you get? You get a reading of everybody that is on your page or could come to your page, because remember, there will be some people who say yes. And because they do, Facebook sees that and they will pass on your post to friends of theirs without you doing anything. It's an interesting change in the algorithms that we've worked with several people that are really, I've been a big organic person my whole life because advertising, you know, I've always thought if your stuff is really that good, what do you have to advertise for? And of course, that's a terrible attitude, but I've never changed it. So I intend to be the queen of organic Facebook marketing. Not because I can't advertise, I like to advertise, but I would rather do this because in the end, if you engage in the right way, you really don't have to spend a lot of money advertising. If you're looking to make like $20,000, $30,000 a month, if that's enough. Now, if you want to get into the millions, where you're doing several million or more per month or per year, you might have to advertise. Who knows? But I'm just talking to get you up to $10,000, $20,000 a month. And for some of you, that's going to sound like a crazy dream. It really isn't. It's just a question of how many customers you have. There are like 2.5, 3 billion people just on Facebook. If you got 100 customers in 100 days, or like what we used to do, 1,000 customers in 1,000 days, if you do it step at a time, it's like going from San Francisco to New York City. You know, it's, what is it, 5,000 miles? And whether you walk or ride a bike or drive or take a plane or however you get there, you have to get there. And you can't stop too long along the way or you never will get there. I mean, if you go and stop in Phoenix and go live there, well, then you'll never get to New York. Many people do that on these journeys. But you can get there. There is a finite path. Okay? So you want to say me, who would be interested? That's going to tell you right away who the people are that have an interest, you see? And so the bottom line here for this, how to get people who say yes and how to find out who they are and stop turning everybody away. Number one is hopefully you see this next slide here. Get your niche down. What is your niche? Who can you help solve what problem? Like we did with the carpet man. Step 2, what is a tip that you can offer someone immediately? Don't just blather it out, right? We're going to say, if you'd like to see this tip, comment me. Now you could do polls and say yes or no. There are a lot of things you can do, but I'm just giving you one little technique that you can use right here. I mean, if you want the innards of all this and all these different ways to do it with lives and whatnot, you know, you can see samples of that at go to the klaverclass.com, which I think somebody typed in there already. So you can see full on a lot of examples of how we do this. And you even have a chance at the end to join a relatively high ticket training program where you can learn how to do it from us, you know. But you can at least get examples with the klaverclass.com, because that's like almost an hour of examples of how to do stuff like this, okay? So your niche. Number 2, what is a tip that you can offer to help someone immediately? Number 3, before you give it, ask who wants to read it or see it so that you know who is interested to begin with. And you might reach out to those people separately, but don't do that before you do the tips, okay? It'll always just be a few in the beginning. You might have 2 or 3 people. Be grateful for anyone. And if it's no one, don't worry. Just wait for 3-4 days. There will always be someone who has an interest. You'll see. You have to just test this and try it. Don't be afraid to try and test. You're going to fall on your face a lot. If you cry easily, having your own business might not be a good decision for you because you're going to be crying all the time. You just learn to wipe your tears and start over. I do. That's just about daily sometimes. So if that helps, I'd like to see you do this on your page here or on your profile, either way. And if you think this is helpful and you'd like to get more information on how we did this, just go to theklaverclass.com and you can see. One of the things I show you there, by the way, in theklaverclass.com is one example of how we won the company-wide contest for getting people into the card company, you know, the card sending company. And we never mentioned anything about what the company itself, what their focus was, which was, you know, focusing on gratitude and making friends with cards. And I didn't focus on any of that. I didn't have that interest in the slightest. So I went with my interest and built that whole organization up really with 2 people in 90 days. We beat everybody, including my upline. And uplines are hard to beat, you know, because they're part of, my business is part of his business. So you do this based on the angle of what you're marketing. You know, I'm assuming you guys are marketing stuff that you really care about. You have your own before and after, and you really think that, boy, the world could be a better place with this, with more people using products like this, right? If you really believe that, there will be other things in your life that you do to achieve that same thing, that health-giving thing, or the better skin, or the better hair, or the more energy, or whatever it is that you're doing. Hopefully the product is just an extension of who you already were in the first place. You're interested in health, and now you're taking extra type of supplements, for example, see? And those differences are what you can offer to your readers without having to say anything about exactly what you market. You first have to establish that you can help them, and the best way to do that is by helping them the way that we talked about. So go ahead, and if you want more of this, there's the link. You know what to do. Go there, and then you can review it. Like I said, it's almost an hour of stuff like this. And if you want to get trained by us and come into the class and really, you know, dig into it and get really good at it so you can really build a business on Facebook and do it your way by finding the right people who are in the niche, who are waiting for you, and you do that over and over and over, then you might want to take the class. You check it out and see how it is. Okay, cool. I think we're set. Do we have any questions here from anybody? Because I'm ready to call it a day, but I'm just going to look to see if there are any questions here. It's hard because, you know, the Facebook really flies the messages, makes them fly by, and you can't really see them very well. But we'll see right now. And by the way, when you start doing lives, if you start doing this, you may find that you have 1 or 2 people on your live, and you may find you have absolutely nobody. Don't worry. Do the live as if you're playing to the biggest, most wonderful audience in the world. Because what's going to happen is in a day, 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, there will be views, and you will have done nothing about them at all. You'll see. And then if you do posts like this, lives, every single day, then what happens is kind of like, you know, the Einstein compounding. You get a little bit, you know, that's why they say interest is the 8th wonder of the world or something. Because if you put $100 in the bank, well, I don't know, say $1,000, and you get 10%. Well, the next year you have 1,000. What's 10% of? Nobody has 10% anymore, but we'll just pretend, because you've put 1,000 in the bank. If you make 10%, what is that? $100. So the next year you have $1,100. Well, if you earn another 10%, then you're earning 10% on 1,000 plus the 100, so you're earning 10% on $1,100. You see? So now you're going to have that extra money, and that is the principle of compounding. And this is what happens with your postings. And if you hone your niche and hone the tips. And if you don't know, you go, well, what other tips are there? Well, what else do you know about trying to get the results that you've got? Say a healthy, energetic body that's in shape. If you don't know anything else except your product, you're probably not going to do very well anyway, because who wants to buy from somebody that doesn't know anything except what they're selling? That's what you want, is to demonstrate that what you market is an extension of who you are or who you want to become. And you can use Google to find all kinds of tips about everything. It's another thing we teach you in the program. How to Google and find, 3 ways to, I don't know, you look up the carpet story, the guy from the carpet. 5 things to know about a carpet before you buy. You will see all kinds of tips, and they're usually from carpet people who are the ones who would give you all that tips. I'll give you a really great example. There's a guy who was a plastic surgeon, and he worked in LA, which is where a lot of women and men spend a lot of money to try to look forever like they're 26, right? And this may not be you, but remember, there are all kinds of different people in this world. And so many of them that are in the business of looking good in order to be paid have to look good, and they do whatever has to be done. So he's in this market, right, doing plastic surgery. And so he worked with a guy named Dan Kennedy, who's a marvelous direct response marketer. And he said, what am I going to do? How am I going to stand out? Because I'm not discounting my prices. See, I'm always for that. If anything, you should be the priciest in your market, not to the extent of being idiotically pricey, but pricey enough where the cost of whatever you're marketing you need to think about the result the person's going to get. When they have that result, what is it worth? See, that's how you do it. Anyway, so he didn't know what to do, and he didn't want to cut his prices. So they came up with this ingenious technique. And the deal was, he said, they made a book, a short book, and it was called Consumer's Guide to Plastic Surgery. That was it. That's the same thing, I should have put this on the slide. That's really the same thing as Carpet Buyers, 5 Things to Know About a Carpet Before You Buy. It's the same thing. Plastic surgery. Considering plastic surgery, question mark? That's how you call out a niche. Are you considering this? Right? Here's a consumer's guide to plastic surgery for, I don't know, people in the movie business. So who would get that book? Anybody even thinking about plastic surgery. And if they want it, who do you think they're going to get it from? Hello? It's very likely the guy who gave them a consumer guide. That was very useful. You can get this kind, that kind, this kind, this kind, that kind. And when they are ready to sign up, they're going to remember who that is. And that's probably where they're going to buy. So this is an example of giving tips, calling the market, thinking about plastic surgery. Okay, good. Any other questions? Anything? Nice to have you guys come. Hey, Rob. Amy, nice to see you guys. Hey, Robin. Boy, long time, girlfriend. Rachel, good to see you. Good to see all you guys. Okay, well, I think we're done. I didn't mean for it to be this long, but here we are. Ready or not? Okay, I don't see any other questions. So I think we're good to go. All right, this is Kim Klaver. And if you want an earful of this, you can go over there and look at that link, and you'll see a lot of stuff in there. And then I said, if you really want to learn and come into one of our training classes, they're pretty pricey. But again, if you want big income, then you want to be prepared to pay a little bit more than $59. And some folks, of course, don't want to pay anything at all. And you don't have to pay anything. There's a lot of free stuff online. What it means is you just take longer to get to your goal. If you are the happy wanderer and you're happy to try and test and try and test, in 10 years, that's what most people do. There hasn't been that much knowledge available. It's not like anybody knows that much what they're doing, But people have started and they're learning. And so those of us who have made some progress, that seems like if you follow this model, chances are pretty good you're going to get the results that you want. Then you want to put that out there and save somebody else the endless wandering and endless bumps and endless brambles and crying over all the issues because you don't know where you're going. But that's another option. You definitely can find everything online, just about, no matter what people charge you. The reason people have programs and classes, and the reason people take them, is because, number one, they can't do it on their own. They've been trying for years. That's who would consider such a thing, right? Number two, you want to get there faster. You're tired of wandering around. And number 3, you want to get there with somebody that has done what you want to do. That's, so it's been tested by someone else. And now you're going to model something that's been tested, and now you're going to test it in your niche with who you are. Okay? All right, you guys. I'll see you next time. It's good to see you, and so I hope you enjoyed that. Whoa, wait. I forgot to do this. There. I'll just wait for 1 second so the video ends with this part. I forget these little pieces that I'm supposed to do. I have this nice little program called something that allows me to do a Facebook Live and show you slides like this without the whole thing crapping out, because that's what it's been doing. So I figured, okay, I'm going to learn how to use this, plan a day or two, and a lot of frustration. And then what happens is, you're able to do this, and show yourself so you can wave, right? And say hello to people. And at the same time, be able to switch between me saying hello to the slides and not have the program kind of crap out. Okay? So we're good. And I will see you next time. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to hang up. Okay? See ya.